When I first discovered online business, one of the things I had completely wrong was social media. I genuinely thought you had to become some kind of influencer. You had to constantly post, follow trends, go viral, have hundreds of thousands of followers, or be incredibly confident on camera and basically become this completely different person online. And I remember thinking, that is not me. My intention was never fame. I wanted freedom. I wanted another way to earn money. And eventually I learned something that completely changed the way I looked at online business. I did not have to become someone else. That was refreshing to me. I needed to learn how to communicate with a person who already needed what I had. That's it. And there's a massive difference between those two things. Let's say, for example, you're talking to 100,000 people who have absolutely no interest in the problem that your product solves. Wonderful, you've got thousands and thousands of views, but you potentially got very little business. Now, imagine you're speaking to 1,000 people, and those people are actively looking for the solution you provide. That's a completely different audience. And that was the shift for me. I stopped thinking, how do I get everybody to watch me? And started understanding, who am I actually talking to? And for me, that person is often a woman sitting at home after another exhausting day thinking, there has got to be another way. Maybe you have a salary, but somehow there's never enough left at the end of the month. Maybe you are relying on credit just to keep everything afloat and moving. Maybe you are working ridiculous hours. I know I used to. Maybe you are missing out on time with your children, or you're barely seeing your partner because you are constantly working day after day, night after night. And maybe you're doing everything you were told you were supposed to do. Work hard, be responsible, build your career, pay your bills, keep going and going, but you still don't feel free. That's the person I'm talking to. Not everybody, her. Now, I just quickly want to pick your brain. I want to know something. If you're watching this because you want something to change, what would you want more of? Money, time, or freedom? Go ahead and drop it in the comment section. Put just one word in the comments. Money, time, or freedom. I genuinely want to see what the biggest answer is. So what actually makes money online? Here's where things get very interesting, because social media itself isn't the business. Social media is simply one way of getting your message in front of another human being. The business happens when you solve a problem. That's why I want you to remember 4 things. Number 1, the person. Who is it that you are helping? Number 2, the problem. What problem does that person have? Number 3, the solution. What product or service helps solve that problem? And then number 4, communication. Can you clearly show that person why the solution matters to them? Now that, my friend, is marketing, and there are different ways you can build a business around that. You could sell your own digital product. You could sell a service. You could create a course. You could use affiliate marketing and recommend somebody else's product. There are multiple models, but underneath all of them, there's a human being with a problem and a solution. That's why you don't have to become an influencer. You need to become good at communicating. And here is the part I wished somebody told me when I got started. You don't need to be good at it yet. You don't even need to be partially good at creating content when you get started. Believe me, my first 2-minute video took me around 3 hours. 3 hours to create a 2-minute video. I would literally sit down, put my camera up, I would start recording, then stop, delete it, start all over again, maybe say something wrong, and then I'd start again, watch myself back. I would cringe at my content and then start all over again. I never sat there thinking, yes, I was born for this, but I kept on doing it and I kept on going. And I had another fear. People I knew were going to see me. Maybe you've had that one before. You're quite happy for a stranger on the internet to see your videos, but then you realize, oh my freaking word, people I know can see this. And I wanted to delete videos because of that specific mindset. And here's the funny thing. Some people did judge me. Some people laughed. Some people made comments. Some people said this online business thing wasn't going to work. And things I was scared of actually happened. But I continued anyway. And then something happened. For approximately 3 weeks, I was creating content without making one single sale. And 3 weeks can feel very, very long when you're doing something that you've never done before in your whole entire life. You're questioning every single thing. Is this actually going to work? Am I wasting time? Do I look ridiculous? Which in the back of my mind, I really thought I did. Does anyone care what I'm saying? And then, boom, I made my first sale. And just a few hours later, I made another one. Now, yes, obviously the money was exciting, but something much bigger happened for me that day. I finally had the evidence. Before that moment, making money online was something other people did, right? Now, I had done it. And suddenly, the thing that felt absolutely impossible for me was possible. So if you're sitting there waiting until you feel confident enough, please don't do that. If you're waiting until you have enough followers, stop right now. If you're waiting until you know everything, guys, please stop. I don't know everything, and I've been doing this for over 3 years. You keep learning as you go. Your first job isn't to become amazing. Your first job is to begin learning. Learn how the business model works, right? That is very important. Learn how to communicate with your perfect customer. Learn who you want to help. Learn what problem they're trying to solve. Learn how to make content. That is very important. And yes, your first video might suck. Mine certainly weren't masterpieces, but you get better because there's something you cannot learn by watching another 400 YouTube videos. Experience. Eventually, you have to do it. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. You do not need to become someone else to build a different life. You don't need to become an influencer. I can promise you that. And you definitely don't need millions of views. You don't have to pretend to be somebody that you're not. You need the right skills. You need a solution. You need to understand people. And you need the courage to get started before you even feel completely ready. I can promise you that you will never feel ready. It is a decision that you need to make. That's it. Now, I want to make this incredibly practical for you. If you're thinking to yourself, okay, Alana, but where the heck do I actually get started? I've gone and I've created a free blueprint that will help you to understand the starting point. You'll find the link below this video. And if you are a complete beginner, go ahead and subscribe because the next video on this channel are going to break down online business, affiliate marketing, digital products, and how this whole thing actually works without all the confusing internet jargon. And before you leave, tell me, money, time, or freedom, which one are you trying to create more of? I'll see you in the next video.